Good day, Junior Tickies. I'm Mrs. Brimacombe, and we are going to look at the last activity on Creditors Reconciliation, Activity 10. CR Stores received the statement of account from Label Suppliers, a creditor. So they specifically said to you who is your creditor, which makes this a little bit easier moving forward. The balance on their statement does not agree with the balance on the account in the creditor's ledger. Compare the statement and account to identify the differences. Question number 1. Use the table provided to indicate the changes to the creditor's ledger account and the creditor's reconciliation statement. So this is similar to what we've done in the previous activity. The question is just phrased in a different way. So transaction number 1. The FD issued by CR Stores on 10 February 2021 did not qualify for the discount offer on early payment. So if I compare the creditor's ledger with the statement received. On the statement, there's no discount. In the creditor's ledger, we've indicated, but we received discount of 1,460. Label suppliers are saying, you did not qualify for this discount. This means we will need to cancel it in our creditor's ledger. So to cancel it, creditor's control account or the creditor's ledger was debited with 1,460. So to cancel, we do the opposite. We now need to credit the creditor's ledger / creditor's control account with 1,460, and this will have a positive effect on the balance. We owe them more money. So in the creditor's ledger of CR Stores, on your answer booklet for number 1, plus 1,460. Transaction number 2, invoice 810 was correctly entered in CR Stores books. It means that on the statement from Label Suppliers, they've made a mistake. In our books, we've recorded it as 13,480. On the statement received, it was only reflected as 12,940. So to correct this, in the creditor's reconciliation, from their perspective, we are a debtor. They've incorrectly recorded it as 12,940. It's supposed to be 13,480. So the difference of 540 must be added because they have understated the total. And to add it, what effect will it have on the balance? It will have a positive effect. We owed them more money. So on the statement of account received from Label Suppliers, plus 540. Third transaction, Label Suppliers forgot to deduct 10% trade discount from invoice 905. So if I have a look on the creditor's ledger, there's invoice 905, 3,780. And then on the statement of account received, invoice 905 reflects 4,200. Now before we continue, trade discount. Trade discount is paid less on items purchased. There's a difference between trade discount, discount allowed and discount received. Discount allowed or discount received is early settlement of account. We always need to show the discount. Trade discount is paid less on items purchased, and we never show the trade discount amount. So what we need to do here, there's two options. One, we can take 4,200 times 10%. That means they will need to credit our account with 420 because they never showed the trade discount. After the trade discount, how much did we owe? Or we can say, they've recorded it as 4,200, but because of the trade discount given to us, we only owe them 3,780, and the difference is 420. On the creditor's ledger, on the statement of account received from label suppliers, they are going to show minus 420. Invoice 999 was an invoice for CR Tanda traders and not for CR stores. On the creditors ledger, you will notice it doesn't appear on there. On the statement, it shows invoice 999 debited to our account. This means they've incorrectly debited our account. It was supposed to be another debtor of theirs, which means they will need to correct it. And to correct it, they will need to credit our account with 1,500. So on the statement of account received from label suppliers, minus 1,500. The next transaction, invoice 1,412, debit note 102, and invoice 1,443 do not appear on the statement of account for February 2021. So it appears in our books. It does not reflect on the statement. It means that we will need to update the creditor's reconciliation statement. The invoice, they will need to debit our account with 6,500. The credit note, they will need to credit our account 500. Why did I say credit note if it says debit note? When we return items to our supplier, we will issue them with a debit note. Once they've processed the transaction, our supplier will issue us with a credit note to show that they've credited our account with 500. Then invoice 1,443 will be debited 6,000. So on the statement of account received, plus 6,500, minus 500, and plus 6,000. After we've taken all the transactions to the necessary places, creditors ledger and statement of received from label suppliers, we can total. And if we've done this 100% correctly, the statement received from label suppliers should equal the creditors ledger of CR stores at 50,720. Question number 2. Why does the statement of account from label suppliers start on 26 January 2021? Mention one point why this internal measure is in place and give an example from the information supplied to illustrate the identified point. If you have a look on the statement of account, you will see there we are currently busy in February, but the statement started on January 26. Account rendered 29,200. The statement of account is closed off on the 25th every month so that the statement can reach the debtor before the end of the month. All transactions after the 25th will only appear on the next statement. Remember, we don't want to send our customer a statement only on the 30th and then expect them to pay us on the 30th or on the 1st. We need to send them statements early enough so that they know exactly what is the outstanding balance and they need to make the payments before the end of the month or at the end of the month. Or we can say to ensure debtors receive the account in time to pay the amount outstanding. The statement of account is closed off on the 25th. The last question, the internal auditor insists that direct payments, EFTs, must be used to pay suppliers. So explain one reason to support this decision. It's quick and easy, easier to monitor, efficient, convenient, it's safer, not time-bound, meaning business hours is from 8 to 4. This can be done at 12 o'clock at night, less bank charges. And then we ask, explain one internal procedure to control this type of system. So 1, senior personnel authorized to make internet payments. security codes for users, each one get a unique code, notification from the bank. So these are all measures that we can put in place when we use this type of system where we only do EFT payments. Thank you very much. I hope you've learned a lot on creditors reconciliation. To conclude with creditors reconciliation, always remember we compare the month-end balances. We need to make sure that we check for errors, omissions, if there's any possibility of fraud. From their perspective, we are a debtor. From our perspective, they are our creditor. So these are just small things to remember. I want to leave you with the quote, ability is what you are capable of doing. Motivation determines what you do. Attitude determines how well you do it. Hope you have a wonderful day.